So the NBA season is just getting underway, and what an exciting time it is as the league is surrounded by overwhelming enthusiasm and positivity. Well, mostly. This exciting start to the NBA season has got me thinking about some of the most stunning and impressive starts to an NBA year that I've ever seen, both on a team level and on an individual level. This is not by any means an all-encompassing list, but just an evaluation of some of the incredible starts that many people have already forgotten about. I might end up turning this into a series, so let me know below what are some amazing starts that you'd like to see mentioned. First off, everybody knows about the 73-9 Warriors and their record-breaking 24-0 start to the regular season. But there's been many other times where teams have got off to a hot start, which resulted in people speculating whether or not they'd win more games than the 95-96 Bulls. One of those that is often forgotten was actually the 2001-2002 Los Angeles Lakers, who were in the midst of their third straight championship season. Keep in mind that several months earlier, they had a historic playoff run where they went 15-1 on their way to the championship. They also won their final 8 games leading up to those playoffs. That means between the end of the 2001 season and the start of the 2002 season, the Shaq and Kobe Lakers had a 41-2 record, and many of those games involved the best competition that the league had to offer. Talk about dominance. It's no wonder people assumed that they were going to beat the Bulls' 72-10 record.
They won their last 8 games of the regular season. They went 15-1 in the playoffs, 7-0, so they've won 30 of their last 31. Charles, they're good.
I think the only question is how great they want to be. You know, they're not admitting it, but they want to get that 7-2 win, and it's up for them. If they stay healthy, if they keep Shaquille and Kobe healthy, they get 3 guys off the street, they're going to be right there.
But unfortunately, one of the more common criticisms during that era of the Shaq and Kobe Lakers was that they tended to take their foot off the gas and would try to hit a switch when the playoffs came around. Right on cue, they took their foot off the gas as they went 5-4 over their next 9 games, including losses to the 2 worst teams in the Western Conference, the Golden State Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies. Ultimately, the Lakers did hit that switch in the playoffs and ended up winning the NBA championship yet again in June. But many people have since forgotten their insane start and what was quite possibly the most dominating team basketball that we've ever seen over a 43-game stretch. Next, we're looking at a start for an individual player, and that's James Harden. Now, it always makes me laugh when young people act like it would have been impossible for Michael Jordan, the greatest player of all time, to average 40 points per game in this modern NBA. The reason that's hilarious is because we nearly saw a player in today's game achieve that. At the start of the 2019-2020 season, James Harden was at his peak of his offensive abilities, as he looked completely unstoppable. Everyone was so hyped about his level of play that many analysts were starting to call him the greatest scorer since Michael Jordan.
Nick, is James Harden the best scorer since Wilt?
No, he's second best scorer since Wilt. Wilt, Jordan, Harden.
Rob G admits that James Harden is a better scorer than Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant is a better scorer than James Harden? Yeah.
All day, every day.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Kobe Bryant had 81 points in a game. James Harden unguardable.
He's in a category as the best scorer since Jordan. It's because of all of the different ways he does it. Nobody can put the ball in a basket and control a game that way, the way Jordan could. Kobe maybe in that class a little bit. I think Harden's even on a different level than that.
Through Harden's first 20 games of the season, he was averaging a monstrous 39.5 points per game. And people were genuinely questioning if he could finish the season averaging north of 40. Through his first 35 games, he averaged 38.5, which means he was just a hair shy roughly halfway through his season, since he only played 68 games that year. Unfortunately, a number of factors threw this crazy start to the season off, and made people forget all about it. The first aspect was his teammate Russell Westbrook. There were rumors of Westbrook being unhappy with his lack of opportunities, which was contributing to his underwhelming start to the season. James Harden then started to defer to Westbrook and let him lead the offense more in the second half of the season, which produced much better numbers for Russ, but much tamer numbers for Harden. Another massive factor was the eventual pandemic that put a 4-month pause on Harden's season. So by the time that the basketball season had finally resumed in the bubble, many people weren't even thinking about the kind of tear that James Harden was on to start the year. Regardless, I thought it was worth remembering, because if it wasn't for a ball-hungry teammate and a life-altering pandemic, we might have witnessed a player average 40 points a game in the modern NBA. For this last crazy start of this video, we're actually sticking with the same player, James Harden. But this time, we're looking all the way back to the 2012 to 2013 season. So the context is that James Harden and his OKC Thunder just made it to the NBA Finals, where they had been eliminated by the Big Three Miami Heat in just 5 games. With that being said, things were looking up for OKC, because each of their 3 stars and future MVP winners were all in their early 20s. Sadly, the core would begin to split that offseason, as Sam Presti and the Thunder management were unwilling to pay Harden a few $1,000,000 extra to keep him on board. After failing to reach a contract extension, the Thunder traded Harden to the Houston Rockets. Now, I do remember this being a big deal when it happened, because Harden had just won the 6th Man of the Year award, averaging roughly 17 points per game. So we knew he was nice, but none of us knew how nice he actually was. For his first regular season game in a Rockets uniform, Harden would be leaned upon to carry the offense, and what he displayed was incredible skills that I didn't even know he possessed. After being a role-playing bench player for the previous parts of his career, Harden proceeded to drop 37 points, 12 assists, 6 rebounds, and 4 steals on 56% shooting as he led his team to a victory in his debut. Then in his second game, he showed us that the first wasn't a fluke, as he dropped 45 points, had 7 rebounds, and 2 assists, while hitting an insane 74% of his shots. And his Rockets won that game as well. Yes, these performances were incredible and did become somewhat routine during his prime. But what made this start so stunning was the fact that the perception of him shifted so drastically so quickly. Never before had I seen someone who was a role-playing bench guy suddenly become a respected superstar within a matter of 2 games. Everyone was talking about the instant regret the Thunder must have been feeling in those moments. And I'll never forget the ways that me and my friends were freaking out texting each other as we witnessed it all go down in real time. So what do you guys think? What was another example of an insane start to a basketball season? Let me know in the comments section below. Shout out to my members as always. You guys are awesome, and I look forward to providing your live streams and exclusive videos this weekend. Thanks for watching as always. Make sure to like and subscribe for more basketball content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.